Okay, so then the next problem here, I'm going to do cosine squared of x. And I know this is really tricky. Whoops, I'm sorry, that's sine first. So we have sine squared of x minus cosine squared of x times sine squared of x plus cosine squared of x. So all I did was take these first two things here that were to the fourth, and I recognized that that was a pattern of difference of two squares. And I rewrote it like this. So if you were to FOIL this out, you would get this same thing right here. Okay, and I know that's tricky, but the reason I did that is because I recognize that we have a, let me finish this off. We have a Pythagorean relation that says that this right here is really just 1. So now I can rewrite this where I have this thing right here, which is sine squared of x minus cosine squared of x, and then I have minus sine squared of x plus cosine squared of x. And then with that, this cancels with this, and this cancels with this, so my answer should be 0. Okay, the last problem then wants us to rewrite this left side as the sine to some power of t equals the, or divided by the cosine to some power of t. So I'm going to try to take the left side and rearrange it. To do that, a lot of times it's best to write everything in terms of sine and cosine. So I'm going to write it sine squared of t over cosine squared of t, because that's what tangent really is, sine over cosine. And that's minus the sine squared of t. Now I'm just going to try some things. So let's try to multiply, or I guess I could try to factor out a sine squared of t. If I do that, then I have 1 over cosine squared of t minus 1. Now that's really, 1 over cosine is really secant, so that's really secant squared of t minus 1. And we can check out the formula sheet real quick. So on the formula sheet, secant squared of x minus 1, if you subtract 1 over, would be tangent squared. So what I'm going to do is write this as tangent squared of t times sine squared of t. Now I'm going to rewrite tangent as sine over cosine. If I do that, I have sine squared of t times sine squared of t over cosine squared of t. I rewrote tangent like this. Now I can make that sine to the fourth of t over cosine squared of t in the way that they wanted me to write it, where a now is 4 and b now is 2. All right, I hope this helps.